host, Gabe Morales. In recent years, patch motorcycle clubs have exploded in growth. I attribute this to a term I invented called the Sons of Anarchy syndrome, which was a TV series that ran from 2008 to 2014. Since then, TV shows like The Mayans MC continue to show the excitement of the world of outlaw bikers, and sometimes people want to emulate that lifestyle in their own lives. In many cases, motorcycle clubs have evolved into organized crime. Recently, it was revealed that two men were arrested and charged for an assault that occurred just before a deadly shootout between rival motorcycle gangs in Fayetteville, North Carolina, on Saturday, March 19, 2022. On that day, police were called to an Exxon gas station in reference to a disturbance. Responding officers learned that an assault had occurred at one location. The assault at the gas station occurred between rival biker gangs, police officers determined. Later that same night, police responded to the Baymont Ramada Hotel, located just 10 miles south of Fort Bragg Army Base in North Carolina. A shooting had left 3 men dead. According to investigators, the Hells Angels, Red Devils, Infamous Riders, and La Familia Motorcycle Gang were involved. It appears to me that the Infamous Riders and the La Familia were the main victims in the dispute, who I understand were supporters of the HA's rivals, the Pagans. That would make a lot of sense to me, since the Pagans and the HAs have feuded for years, with the HAs becoming more dominant than the Pagans in their traditional East Coast territory. But in recent years, the Pagans have recruited more members and have more aggressively been patching over some clubs. As a result of this incident, the Infamous Riders and La Familia will likely seek retaliation if they want to remain solid in the eyes of the Pagans. The investigation into the assault remains underway, and of course, both suspects should be considered innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. The 2 men arrested and charged in connection with the assault were Dalton Emmanuel LaPierre and Carrie Helms Lawing. If you're a member of an outlaw motorcycle organization, then you know this stuff better than me. I was more into lowriders while growing up, but I knew outlaw bikers in Seattle and Yakima, including my next door neighbor, Animal, who was a ghost rider way back in the late 1970s. But for you citizens not real familiar with the outlaw biker world, let me give you a quick tutorial of what I know. Many years ago, the American Motorcycle Association stated that 99% of motorcyclists were lawful and ethical, intentionally implying that the remaining 1% were outlaws and unlawful. 1%ers took this as a badge of honor, separating them from the rest of the citizen bikers and weekend warriors. Whether you're a 1%er or not, many people like to make runs, like to Sturgis, South Dakota, where tens of thousands of motorcycle enthusiasts join together to enjoy bikes in the outdoor road. With 1%er bikers, your bike is your iron horse. A top rocker on your cuts or vest is often the name of your club. The bottom rocker is where you're from, and the middle of your patch is where your logo or mascot goes. MC means motorcycle club, and 1% as described previously. They may also wear other patches to symbolize different things like rank within the club or having been involved in certain events or notable feats. The structure in biker gangs can differ sometimes, but is often based with national officers being at the top, then chapter or charter officers, the sanctioned membership, prospects under consideration for being made a member, hang-arounds who just hang around the club and can be close to them in such things as partying with them or occasionally doing favors for them, old ladies, and associates of the club. In addition, you have support clubs who often wear a support patch, as seen here. They may also claim ownership of females by saying property of with the name of the biker listed below that, who she is ruled by. They can be very sexist, but to an abused woman, they can be a hero, a modern-day warrior, a knight in shining armor. As far as formations and lineups during a run, you have the president, who is at the front, and his road captain by his side. Then you have the full color wearing members, including the vice president, secretary, and treasurer behind him, and the sergeant at arms behind all of them. Then comes probationary members, who will not have a full patch. And then at the rear is associates or honorary members. They're often also followed by a war wagon, which will carry weapons and other tools and supplies for the run and when they get to their destination. There are many outlaw motorcycle gangs across the United States and across the world. Some of the major ones here are the Hells Angels, who were founded in 1948 in Fontana, California, and who were mentioned at the opening of the show. They operate as the biggest OMG worldwide. I have dealt with many Hells Angels in custody. They are often referred to as HAs, the big red and white, or 81, which stands for the 8th letter of the alphabet H, and the first letter A, or Hells Angels. They have various support clubs like Red Devils and Red Legion. If you're a supporter of a club, you may be allowed to buy and wear support gear, but you cannot wear the official symbol that is on the full patch, or you may face severe consequences. To an OMG member, the patch means everything. The Bandidos were founded in San Leon, Texas in 1966 and remain very strong in Texas, but they're also very strong in Washington State, where they have many support clubs. And I have also personally dealt directly with many of these individuals. Like the HAs, the Bandidos operate in Europe and other parts of the world, and they are the second biggest outlaw biker club worldwide. Sons of Silence were founded in Newark, Colorado in 1966, but their national headquarters were later moved to Colorado Springs. They are still very big in Colorado and parts of the Midwest, as well as in the Deep South. The Outlaws Motorcycle Club were first incorporated as the American Outlaws Association, or its acronym AOA. They were first formed in McCook, Illinois in 1935, and they continue to have a large presence in the greater Chicago area, as well as other parts of the world. FO means Outlaws Forever, Forever Outlaws. This is a common type of saying, patch, and tattoo for all one percenters. The Pagans Motorcycle Club, or simply Pagans, is an outlaw motorcycle club formed in 1957 in Prince George's County, Maryland. The Pagans were known for wearing blue denim jacket cutoffs, and they were thought to be in decline for a while, but they fought the Hells Angels and other clubs hard to make a recent comeback. A couple of other clubs that used to be considered minor leagues have given the HAs and other clubs a run for their money in the last couple decades, such as the Mongols, who were originally formed in Montebello, California, located just east of East LA in 1969. As such, they had a lot of Mexican-American members, and they soon spread to other parts of California and later to other states. The Vagos Motorcycle Club, also known as the Green Nation, is a one-percenter club formed in 1965 in San Bernardino, California. The club's insignia is Loki, the Norse god of mischief, riding a motorcycle. The Vagos have also spread to many other areas in recent years. All of these clubs that I've mentioned will patch over other clubs as they compete for domination in the biker world, and violence has increased as they invade new territory. Before I finish, I'd like to recommend a couple of books. One was written by my buddy, Billy Queen, called Under and Alone. It is a very fascinating book about his work undercover as a Mongols Motorcycle Club member. Another is called No Angel by my brother J. Bird Dobbins, covering his work infiltrating the Hells Angels. Bird's book is also very interesting, and I think you'll enjoy both of these publications. I'd also like to give a shout out to my brother Bob, Detective Robert Belshea, who is one of the foremost experts on outlaw motorcycle gangs in the United States. I really appreciate his insight into the sometimes fascinating and mysterious and sometimes wicked and violent world of outlaw bikers. I've invited some biker experts far more knowledgeable than me to be on my show soon, but I hope they feel I did the subject some justice in this basic primer for our viewers. Well, until next time, be safe. This is Gabe Morales signing off for Gangsters, Cops, and Politicians.